Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool, and I've got another one of these Klein Connect box sets here. What's interesting about this one is it is not only a flip socket set, which of course they've really standardized their line with flip sockets. I mean, all kinds of different drivers and sets come with these flip sockets, and in general they're usually, you flip it around, you got two. Well, in this one you've got four. So what they've done is they've spring-loaded the ends of these things. So each side is two different possibilities. So I've got a 7, 8, 10, 12 all in one tool right here. These do fit onto these Connect shafts, so you can see how they drive that. But you do get actually quite a bit of pass-through, which we'll show you in a minute here. On this set, I have got all of these different sizes from 1/4 inch to 9/16, or 11/16 actually, on the SAE side, and on the metric side I start at 7 and go up to 14. So that's quite a range. There are some limitations. Let's get into this though. First of all, it comes with two shafts, so it's a 6-piece set, but 16 different socket sizes, because each socket has 4 different sides. Each side obviously has 2 ends, so count them all up and you've got 16. And 2 different shafts, basically long and short, and they have the quick lock on the back. But go ahead and run one of these. Now, get a few demos here. What you do, what I figured out, that I think this is how this works, is you just shove it against whatever the fastener is, and if you don't know, it'll lock in if it's right. If it's not, it won't. It won't fit on the inside or the outside when this is compressed. This one actually fits in on this side, so the small on the big side. So it can be a little bit I guess disorienting if you try to just think, oh, I've got my smallest piece here. Well, nope, it lines up with the 12. But this side, the 7, that's the one that takes the larger size. So go figure. But anyway, let's run one of these down a shaft here and see. So I've got a bolt here. Which one's the one that's going to work on this? This will start it. So let's throw it in a drill and see what happens. Which do I have? The small one here. Small one's on the big side, remember. Yeah. So throw it in a Milwaukee bit driver here. Now, because they're spring-loaded, these things are under tension and can actually shoot out, and they behave different because the socket doesn't, at least in this case, have the fastener just sit in it. If we go to a different size, it might sit down in there and stay. But if you have to depress it, oops, this is on the small side. See, because I had the bigger one. I'll get it figured out. But anyway, let's take a look at the operation of it. So first of all, I can't just set this in here. This will not stay. Therefore, I'm going to have to start it on the fastener in order to get this thing to hold, and then I push this on. So there is some tension there. But let's go ahead and drive it down. And what you'll see is when I hit the end of what the bolt, the pass-through here, it's going to just start getting longer right there until it stops. That's as far as it goes, but that actually shows you how deep the bolt can go in. And then reversing, which is kind of interesting, it catches it a little bit and then drives it, but once you've got it at the end, whoops, it's going to fall off just like that because it won't hold it. Kind of a neat design. They are excuse me, heavy duty, impact ready. I guess once you get the colors down or memorize the positions of the ones you use the most, it's a pretty sweet little thing. And I could see grabbing these for an EDC kit as long as you had some sort of a rod to drive them. Now, it's interesting if you try doing it with something else. Can you? In a kind of a pinch. If I had a drill, I might be able to wedge that thing on and drive it, using this thing backwards. And can it drive, 1/4 inch? Try that. There it is. Look at that. It falls out, but if I had this set up, it is possible to drive that 1/4" bit, but it's not hanging on because that's not what it's for. But kind of a neat design. You can run great big bolts to little tiny ones, all in the same kind of socket, and all of these, of course, fit into your existing Klein Connect system. So if you haven't joined this set of variations where you've got all kinds of different possibilities and stubbies and ratchets and bit drivers, you've got to 4 here. Mix and match however you want for whatever it is you're doing. Now's a good time to jump in. It is confusing because there are so many sets, so figure out kind of what it is that you want. But there are some basic sets that'll get you started with a handle and the shafts. But once you get to that point, oops, that's just one socket. Once you get to that point, then it's all kind of the same. It's the Connect system, and it's sweet. If you haven't jumped in, now's a good time. And with that, Doc out.